the biggest issue or the biggest country that's an issue is America, the United States of America. Because we can speak Italy, Canada, they're smaller countries, but if you look at the influence, who funds the most, who is the most vocal? It's the United States of America.
It's debatable because the United States of America needs the transatlantic alliance or the European partners to back up whatever it says for it to have international significance.
Okay.
So for it to influence the rest of the world, for it to look legitimate, for it to look like it's international law, they need to come together. And this is what they've done with this institution called the Financial Action Task Force. The Financial Action Task Force was created in 1989. And the institutionalization of that institution then by the Europeans and the Americans, these 7 nations, was that we want to control money laundering. We want to control drug trade or drug trafficking. So drug trafficking is causing havoc on the Americans. It's causing havoc in Europe. They're the biggest consumers of drugs because they're the richest countries on earth. And they decided that they want to do something about it. They want to control drug traffickers, particularly during the time of Pablo Escobar. So with Pablo Escobar becoming a multi-billionaire from selling drugs, probably one of the top 5 richest men in the world, they began to fear the power of this drug money and what it was doing, funding so-called terrorism and funding other activities that were outside the control of these Western nations. It was also beginning to fund resistance to the Americans on the American continent. So they decided we need to control how these drug dealers earn their money, how they're able to move their money, and how they're able to use their money to influence politics, because they were now electing politicians. Even today in Mexico and Colombia, politicians are heavily funded by drug dealers. So the Americans wanted to control that, because then they can't put their puppets if somebody else has more money than them in campaigns.